Okay, so guys, you and I will agree that over the years, a whole lot of Propfirm has actually sprang up in the past, but today we have just only few credible ones standing, right? And also you will agree with me that FTMO happens to be the leader of every other Propfirms you can mention in this industry, right? And right behind FTMO, we have just two other Propfirms that have their credibility intact, okay? And today we're going to be talking about FundedNext, okay? Now, FundedNext happens to be the other prop firm that can actually stand, if not nearly shoulder to FTMO, but they can stand right behind FTMO, okay? Now, you might want to say, what about the Fifers, okay? Now, the Fifers also happens to be one of those prop firms that I actually, and a whole lot of traders actually hold in high esteem because of their credibility and also for the fact that they've stood the test of time, okay? But today, basically, guys, we're going to be talking about FundedNext, okay? You know why? Hardly will you hear people complain about FundedNext. So we're not just going to be talking about the good side of FundedNext, also we're talking about the other side of FundedNext, which are some of the faults or some of the things that you need to know about FundedNext, okay? Now, let me not just bore you. Let's get into the video proper. Let's dissect FundedNext and see the reasons why we should go with FundedNext or why we should not go with FundedNext, okay? That sounds good? Okay, let's get into the video. Let's get started. Let's go. Okay, so guys, this is the website of the FundedNext, okay? I'm making this video because I have some of our subscribers that have been disturbing or actually asking me to please make a review of FundedNext, okay? They want to get account with FundedNext, but they are not too sure of the reasons why they should get account or not with FundedNext. So I'm making this video also so that every other person can benefit from the FundedNext, okay? I've actually had 2 accounts with FundedNext, okay? I made withdrawals, about four withdrawals from my accounts, but eventually I lost the account, okay? There was a time I traded news and I actually breached the account, so I'm not going to be talking much about that as it is, okay? But you see, can get up to 300K trading with FundedNext, okay? Let me just go down straight to some of the other things that you need to know, okay? You can get up to 95% profit split, okay? Now, there's one other thing that I discovered about FundedNext that probably in the nearest future, some other prop firms will begin to copy them, is the area where they talk about you getting, let me quickly show you here, okay? Is where they're talking about you getting part of profit share from your evaluation part, okay? You can see 15% profit share. I don't know if any other prop firm is actually doing it. If you know of any other prop firm that is doing that presently, you can actually put that in the comment section so that you can bring my awareness to that, okay? So here you can get up to 15% profit share from your demo or from your evaluation account, phase 1, phase 2, you can get up to 15%. So hold that somewhere so that you get to know that you have something to share even from your evaluation point, okay? Now, they have 3 standard accounts that you can trade, okay, which is the Stellar 2-step, okay? Now, they have the Stellar 1-step. Now, this Stellar 1-step is a 1-phase challenge. Then they now have the Stellar Light, okay, which I'm going to be explaining to you the difference between these 3 accounts here, okay? So let me quickly just show you something here, okay? So you can see here, this is the difference you can see for the Stellar 2-step account, okay? You can see that here, okay? You can see the 1-step, then you can see the Stellar Light here, right? So I'm going to be explaining that here. Let me quickly show you here. Now, you might want to ask, what kind of account do they have? They have different kinds of account sizes, okay? You can see for the Stellar 2, they have from 6K accounts up to 200K accounts, okay? Now, you might want to say, how come they don't have the normal generic 5K accounts, okay? If you go to the Stellar Lights, they actually have the 5K account also here, okay? So you can see they have the 5K account here. Now, the 5K account on the Stellar Lights is actually 32K, right? $32. It's $32 if you want to get that, but if you want to get it on the Stellar 2-step account, it's actually 59. Now, I'm going to be explaining the reasons why they have these differences in terms of prices, okay? There are things you can actually benefit from the Stellar 2-step account that you might not really find in the Stellar Light. Now, one of them, let me just say one of them to you. You see, in this two-step Stellar evaluation account, you can get that 15% profit share from your evaluation step, okay? Which you can see here. But if I go to the Stellar Light here, you can see you cannot get that here, right? You don't have that here, okay? Aside that, let me show you some other differences between the Stellar Lite and also the Stellar two-step, okay? Now, if you come down here, you can see these two steps here. You can see here, you can see the phase one is 8%. This one also phase one is 8%. Now, on the phase two of the Stellar two-step, you can see here is 5%, but on the Stellar Lite is 4% here, right? Now, let me go down here and show you where the major difference is, okay? You can see the daily loss here is actually 5% on the Stellar two-step, okay? Then on the Stellar Lite is 4%. Now you can see where the difference is here now, right? Then you can see the overall loss on the two-step Stellar is 10%, whereas on the Lite is actually 8%. Now, you have to pay attention to this because you see, the overall loss is something that is very, very important. This will give you like a buffer in order for you to be able to stay long trading that account, okay? That is why this one is 8% and this one is 10%. The two-step Stellar is 8%, the Stellar Lite is 8%. The two-step is 10%, the Stellar Lite is 8%, okay? So you see where the difference is and where they also now have, and where and why they now have the differences in terms of pricing, right? You can see some of the differences now, right? Then also, if you come down here, you can see here you can trade news. There will allow you to trade news. You can hold over the weekend. You can use your expert advisor. You can use trade copier here, okay? But if you look at the reset discount, so you can see 10% on the Stellar two-step, but you can see 5% on the Stellar Lite, okay? Now, one thing I love about FundedNext is this. They don't have anything like trade consistency rule. Now, when you go to a whole lot of Propfirm, you go to my channel, you see some of the Propfirms that I've actually reviewed. You see some of them having consistency rule, and that is where most traders get it wrong, okay? Because some of those Propfirms, they don't really spell out the consistency rule properly. So it becomes like a pit for you to fall into in order for you to breach your account. But you see, on FundedNext year, they don't have anything called consistency rule, right? So I think it's something that we have to take advantage of, okay? So you trade the way you want. If you want to use, you want to trade news, you can trade. If you want to trade it, use expert advisor, trade copier, all those stuff, you can use them, okay? Then also, if you check down here, you can see your first payout is going to be 21 business days, which is actually okay. And guys, also you can actually get your purchasing fee back, okay? So as soon as you pass the account and you are up for withdrawal, you can actually get the money used in purchasing the account back, okay? So guys, that's one other thing that I think you need to know about this Propfirm. But for me, most especially is the fact that this Propfirm has actually stood the test of time over the, okay, now quickly let's go to Trustpilot. Let me show you something quickly on Trustpilot, okay? Now you can see on Trustpilot here, they have over 33,000 reviews on Trustpilot. Show me another Propfirm that actually have this amount of reviews. Most of those other Propfirms, you might just see stuff like 300 reviews, 500 reviews, 1,000 reviews, 1,600 reviews. But you can see FundedNext here has over 33,000 reviews and 4.6 stars here. I think this is actually great. And you can see their 5-star is very, very high here. Now, you can come up here and come read a whole lot about this Propfirm, okay? Now, I'm not saying this just to blow their trumpet. You see, if any Propfirm is doing well, we'll come up here and say the positive side of them, okay? But if they are doing bad, we can also come here and also call them out, okay? So for FundedNext as it is, they're actually doing well, okay? So you can see all their reviews, a whole lot of reviews here, over 33,000 reviews, and most of them are actually positive reviews. You can also check them out here by yourself, okay? Now, also you might want to ask, the major reasons why we actually trade Propfirm is for us to be able to make profit, okay? Be profitable and also get our payout. Now, let's go to Discord and check them out on Discord, okay? You can check them here on Discord. Now, guys, I will encourage you, don't just look at these reviews. Make sure you go to this website and check out things for yourself, okay? This is what will give you more confidence whether you have to buy any account with them or not, okay? Now, check out FundedNext on Discord. You can see their payouts. You can come here, also chat with other traders. Hardly will you see any trader complaining about FundedNext not paying out or about FundedNext bringing up funny rules, okay? I don't need to say all this just to beautify FundedNext, okay? I'm just telling you the reality of things on that. I've traded with them, like I rightly said, I've traded 2 accounts with them, but it's unfortunate after about 3 withdrawals, I lost the account, okay? But I'm saying this based on my own experience, okay? So if you come here, you're going to be seeing all their payouts, okay? You can see their payout. And also they have this thing where they said, if they don't pay you within 24 hours, you can get $1,000 in return. I think they have it. Okay, so you can see guaranteed reward, get paid in 24 hours or we pay $1,000, okay? Meaning that if you make out, if you are due for a payout and you make your payout request and they don't pay you within 24 hours, you are actually entitled to $1,000 extra. So I don't think a whole lot any other platform is actually doing this. I don't know of any that is doing this. And if you know any that is doing this, you can also put that in the comment section so that we'll get to know about it. Okay. So this is like them standing their ground to say, this is what they do. Okay. So you can come up here, see a whole lot of payout request certificates and all that here. Okay. So guys, I really want you to check out FundedNext if you want to give them a try, okay? I've actually tried to look for something negative to say about FundedNext, but I've not really found any to say about them, okay? And also you can use MT5, you can use MT4, you can use CTrader, and you can use MatchTrader. Now, this, amongst all the trading platforms, I think these are the best you can actually find: MT5, MT4, CTrader, and MatchTrader. Okay, so the choice is yours. Whichever one you want to use, you can just go ahead and use, okay? And guys, I just want to wish you all the best if you're going to be using FundedNext, okay? It's all up to you, but I'm just here to show you the possibilities of what you can get using FundedNext, okay? That is all. I'm just here to show you, okay? So guys, the link is going to be in the description, and if you want to use it, you can use the link. I'm also going to be giving you a code that you can use to get discount if you're going to be getting an account with FundedNext, okay? But I just felt I should show you this. And also there's something beautiful that just came up on FundedNext. If you're a future trader, okay, if you trade futures, they just launched their future stuff here, okay? So you can see it here. So you can see FundedNext futures, okay? So if you trade futures, you can also come to FundedNext, purchase futures accounts with FundedNext, and you can trade with them, okay? So the choice is all yours on what you want to do with FundedNext, okay? So that's all I'm going to be showing you in the course of this video. If you've not subscribed to the channel, you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel and also turn on notifications so that you get other videos from me, okay? All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Do take care of yourself and bye-bye for now.